I might have to rearrange. What's going on? Welcome to another great Thursday night. Looks like I'm here solo tonight. There go Jack right there.
Come on, man.
So look, now that we here, you ever felt like you only getting half the story? So do we. That's why me and Jack are here to bite the topic. We're not afraid to ask the questions that the others don't, explore the angles unseen, and maybe even uncover a little something new. Get ready to rethink what you thought you knew. And now that that's out the way,
Oh.
how was how was your Memorial Day weekend?
Oh, it was cool. Just I actually went to go see Sinners.
Mm, I'm so glad you brought that up. But tell me what you thought about it first, because I got an interesting story about Sinners.
Um,
Coogler, are
well,
you a
I
fan of
thought it
Ryan
was
Coogler now?
I thought it was really gonna be like a horror movie, but I don't. It wasn't a horror movie. Um, I thought it was pretty cool. It's probably the first time I've been to the movies in about like physical movies, probably at least 12, 10, 11 years.
Did that spur your interest into getting back out here and going back and sitting in the actual theater again?
It wasn't bad. The theater by me, it got like the little red chairs, the little lounge shits and all that, you know what I mean? So it was cool, but um I guess it's just getting back used to the cinema experience. Like I swear to God, it was like fucking like a half an hour worth of previews. And I'm like, God damn, like the show's supposed to start at 5 o'clock and the movie really didn't start till like 5:35. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know? So
Mm.
you know, I, I guess, it was cool. Eating that
What's your
buttery
favorite?
popcorn, sugary ass goddamn um they got the little Coke machines that you can make like any combination of soda you want, like the Fanta Sprite or orange cherry Coke, or you know what I'm saying? So
The little red Coke machine you can do. Yeah, I know exactly which
yeah,
one you're talking about. Yeah. It
and
was
all that.
interesting because when me and my wife went to see Sinners, um, we had a few of our white friends with us, and my wife she works at a school, so she had some of the other school
Wait, so y'all did
women.
like a field trip?
Yeah, well, the teachers they watch free.
Okay, okay, I
They
didn't
hit
know
free
that.
movies. You know what I'm saying? So she loved to go hit the movies, but we usually take a few of them with us too. So
Hmm.
when we get there and we get to watching the movie, she leaned over to me and said, I don't think white people gonna really be able to appreciate this movie.
Mm.
And the white people that was with us had mixed kids, so they were, of course, they was a little defensive and like, no, I knew I got it. But what really sealed it for me is that they don't got it is because I actually delivered to that movie, to that particular theater. And when I went in, I pulled up and there was a Verizon truck outside. And
Hmm.
there was an old white man sitting there with a red shirt on. And I'm like, I know he's 78 years old. I know he ain't still working at Verizon. So I hop out the truck and I say, you still hooking up cable? And he said, no, I'm waiting on some of my friends. We're coming here to watch the new Mission Impossible. I said, oh, okay, yeah.
If you
He
got a
said, my
question, just
grand
put it in the chat. Sorry, go
he said
ahead.
he said my granddaughter got me to come out and watch that movie Sinners. Worst
Mm,
movie I've ever seen in my life. Didn't have any meaning to it, no understanding, no direction. It's just, oh my God, I can't believe that anybody watches that movie. And that's
mm-hmm.
when what my wife said to me kind of occurred. It kind of occurred to me what she said kind of made some sense. Um, he didn't understand that movie at all. All of the music, like the realms that the music took them through as he was singing.
Yeah.
How
Mm-hmm.
can he get that when he don't understand any of that? Because it was a black chick in there popping, and she had her braids, and they, you know what I mean. They had all kind of look like Ugandan princes. Then, like it was all the music genres in once through his voice. And if you was black, you understood that, but if you was white, obviously you didn't understand it. So Sinners may be a movie. I'm interested to know what other white people feel about Sinners or what they thought the true meaning of it. A lot of people were saying that concept is a ripoff from Dust Till Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Dust Till Dawn?
Um, I
Yeah, that's
believe
enough.
I did. I know it's a back in the day vampire shit.
Selma Hayek is in there, and I ain't gonna get into it because I don't want to
You
get
got a
off here
thing
and get
for her, huh?
directly into a fight. Man, listen. I kiss Selma Hayek tonight and get in trouble for it.
Oh
But
yeah.
if it was her back then,
Drinking
but
that
long
bath,
story,
you drinking that tequila bath water? Oh God.
tequila bathwater is crazy. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm good. Well, good. I'm glad you got out and got you some time in, man. In public, you're not really a big public person,
Shit.
huh?
I'm about to go to
You
LA next week. I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean,
you a little mixy?
I'm either in the crib, in the studio, or out of town. So you're right.
Okay.
You know,
What
who
else
is
was?
Miss Miyagi? She had a question.
Yeah,
Black
I missed
women
it. Where was it
created
at?
all races, correct? So race is the same, only shades divide us and experience. I don't understand it, but Miss Miyagi, if you want to come up on stage and like dictate your
Physically ask
question
the
live, we
question.
could do that. Cause I don't read after 9 o'clock, so
Oh,
I don't
that's
really
crazy.
understand the
God.
context of the question. Yeah,
You say Miss Miyagi. Where was this where was this
I'm seeing
comment?
it on It's Jack Dan's Instagram
Okay. All right. Um
in the
yeah, that's
comments.
interesting. And it's not really about race, Miss Miyagi, if that's what you're thinking that we were saying, or that I'm saying, I'm speaking for me. It's really about culture. And with a name like Miyagi, I would assume you may be Asian, but that be, if I assume, then I could make an
I
ass
mean,
of
she
it.
doesn't look Asian. She just might got chinky eyes, maybe because she smoked the la 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 la. You
So
know,
my answer though to that would be that it's cultural, right? Because even though being black in America, technically we don't have any culture. Um, but
what?
yeah, there's really no. You tell me what's black culture.
I
Don't
think
say
I mean
shoes. Don't say shoes and clothes.
black culture is a smorgasbord of things now. But
Okay, so what is
are
the
you talking about like identity? Okay, so I get where you're going because you're like, okay, if you from certain
what's an
ethnicity,
Italian food?
pasta.
Okay, what's a Chinese food?
I don't want to be racist. I mean, or funny. I would say maybe dumplings
Okay,
or
what's a black
rice.
American? What's a black American food?
Goddamn collard greens and fried chicken,
Slave food.
hog maw. I mean, pigtails and shit.
Slave food. Why are we celebrating slave food? Like, so my point is like when I say cultural, one thing that black Americans do have is for the only piece of culture that we have, because really ain't no black community, right? Um, only thing we have is music, and I guess cats want to take they want to take credit for the clothing. I don't know about that because every country they go into every other country to get these ideas and these looks. Ain't nobody here coming up unless you want to go with Air Force Ones and a big ass hat. Then maybe maybe Black
I
Americans
feel like
can do.
that's is that kind of like a shot?
I mean, it is what it is. You tell me a style that Black people came up with,
Well, I
clothing
mean,
wise. That was an original idea. It's got to be an original idea though. Kanye said his shoes was made after slave shoes, so that wasn't even an original idea. He took some old slave slippers and turned them into a Yeezy, so
yeah,
that wasn't original.
That Midwest shit, man.
I'm just
That's
saying
your
this.
boy.
Tell me what New York, what y'all put on the map?
Let's not
The
get
big
into that.
issue.
We'll be here all
I'm just,
night.
I no. I'm saying an original idea that y'all came up. I get it, y'all wore Tims, okay, but you didn't make Tims. Y'all didn't create the idea of Tims.
How you know that?
Because I know that there was some fashion designer behind that look.
How you know he wasn't from New York? How you know his
But
feet wasn't? How you know he ain't have to walk? How you know he ain't have to walk to school on a snowy day and his
yeah,
feet was
everybody know all them
wearing
designs
an
coming out
insulating
of
boot?
Atlanta.
What?
All the designers live in Atlanta. We know that.
Maybe now.
I mean, it is what it is. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Yeah,
On
let's
to
get
a
to the
positive.
topic.
Let me get on
Yeah,
to a positive note. Let me get on to a positive note.
yeah, please.
Because you look like you ready to just turn that into something else. Um,
Always.
so it's graduation time. I got a son graduate this Tuesday. Hey, congratulations, boy!
What grade
Congratulations.
he graduating from?
So he going into the 12th, man. It's gonna be his last year there, but his sister and his little brother come next year. Boy, I done been out of this school 5, 6 years. It's the school right here.
Wait, if
Big
he's
Harper.
graduating, he shouldn't still be.
No. He's
He's
graduating to the next
advancing.
grade. He's
Okay,
advancing.
cool.
Still
Okay,
called a graduation. I
we
gotta
I've
tune
never
you up.
heard that.
Listen, all my kids is your nieces and nephews now. I'm gonna start
Right.
teaching you shit about kids so you can start knowing for when you get ready. You know what I mean?
Do
Yeah,
you know
it's
how
called a
many
graduation.
nieces and nephews and god kids I got?
I know
I've just never heard advancing
got
to the next
7.
grade be
Don't
considered
nobody. So
graduation.
did somebody invite you to a fucking advancement?
No, invite me to a graduation. You said he went
Okay,
from
well,
11 to
graduation is a
12.
graduation. Who the
So,
fuck is
so,
calling it an advancement?
so wait. You just said that he's going from 11th to 12th grade.
Is that graduating to the next grade?
That's not graduating. That's
That's called.
advancing.
Okay, so that's an advance. I'm going to his advancement.
Well, if that's what y'all do in Michigan, that every grade I have a fucking ceremony for. I mean, that's different.
Yeah,
I just never heard that.
yeah.
I never heard that.
We celebrating everything.
Okay, cool.
We celebrating everything, man. That's how we roll. Anyway, positive news linked to graduations. Have you heard about this kid in what is it? Decula, I think it was. Decula, Georgia. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Look like Dracula, but
Yeah,
no,
it's the cool or something to that effect.
yeah, Decula, Georgia. He
The cold.
he graduated. He on his grind so hard. Right when he graduate, he run back to Burger King, clock in. He in that bitch in his cap and gown, serving fries. Now
That's
that's
beautiful
dedication.
thing. That's the beautiful
So,
thing.
so there were some parents there who seen it. I know they was white because I just know, and they decided.
Wait, how do you know that they're white though?
Because
Because you
listen to
know
what I'm
there's
finna
a lot
tell
of
you.
black excellence in Georgia.
Listen what I'm finna tell you though. They decided to start him a little donation and raise 22,000. You know, ain't no niggas doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ain't nobody black doing that.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Well, not normally, but I know. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, thank you, thanks for agreeing. Uh, but I thought that was interesting. It just shows you that no matter what it is you're doing, if you are grinding, sometimes people do see that grind and it pays off. And so, congratulations to all of the people out there that are advancing on your advancement.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations on your advancement and your graduations. You know, All the little young bucks going moving up to high school this year. That's finna get beat up. Sad, sad. But it is what it is.
I
What's been
think
going on? You
we need to do more of that. That's a beautiful thing, you know. Um,
what you heard
but I
lately?
just think the dedication of really graduating, not advancing, graduating, and
Mm,
going back to work. That just shows that times be hard, and shit. I remember when I graduated high school, we went to the fucking Cheesecake Factory.
mm.
So I can just imagine, this young man is going like back to work. That shit. That's a lot. That says a lot. That's a
Yeah,
beautiful thing.
Burger King should have him in the advanced management program at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? What you got? You got something new for me that I haven't heard about, or something that maybe I should weigh in on?
Well, I somebody just brought it to my attention that it appears that this summer we are gonna have a Clips album
Mm.
that's on the way. It appears we're gonna have a Locks album on the way. So somebody is like, "Where's the Outcast album?"
Okay.
So you have arguably two of the greatest. Yeah, I guess you. I don't know. Depending on who you ask, I mean, I put the Locks as one of the greatest, but you have two of the greatest rap groups of all time, mainly East Coast music dropping. So it just has me wondering, like, where's all of the other great groups? These other groups that you guys always speak about, like, where's the music?
um,
Did they quit?
that would be that would be kind of like um asking where is Michael Jordan at? Like great people do retire. You know what I mean? Like Mob Deep. I mean not Mob Deep, but yeah, all the groups you just named, they still trying to solidify themselves, man. The Clips,
What?
stop, man. The Clips, man, come on.
So you don't? So
Clips.
you telling me you don't think the Clips is solidified?
I mean, the Clips. When I think of the Clips, I don't think of like the best group of all time. Like, where are you trying to put them at? I don't want to get into rating groups again, but what do you mean?
You don't. So you don't put Clips.
And your man Shada said, "Thank you, Shada. Tell this
What shot
nigga,
is it?
tell him what I tell him, man. Yeah,
What
BX,
shot
man.
is it?
He from BX, the
Clips is not from New York, so that don't hurt.
the hard city in New York."
The dirty
He
city
said,
in New
he,
York.
he said, chill out now, chill out.
I
He
said what I
said,
said.
he said the Clips album gonna be trash, and I agree with him. No,
I don't think so.
I'm tired of hearing that nigga voice. I mean, quit cussing, but I'm tired of hearing his voice, man.
Who
We
Pusha?
on another stage, we butter off the lays, bro. We tired of hearing that flow. We do something different because
Nah,
I'm not interested in listening to 12 tracks of that. I'm just telling you that right now.
but now we got Malice coming back. Malice, he actually did retire for a while. Now he's making his long awaited return to the microphone.
Hold on, somebody called me a white man in the comments over here.
Oh, word.
About to get on their ass here in a second.
They saying you're a Caucasoid.
Yeah, man, it's a whole lot of hating going on. It's all good
Mm.
though. It's a whole lot of I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, well, we know that the Locks, like lyrically, the Locks is probably one of the most
Let's
fun.
call it. Can we call a spade and just say that Jadakiss? Let's just say Jadakiss.
No, 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 no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Styles is Holiday Styles is one of them ones.
His best verses here was why they called me the Ghost.
No, I don't think so. we can have a whole nother debate about this. I really don't want to
Yeah,
get into that tonight because
yeah. Let's not
you're
get
bugging.
into it because you love to bait me into some sort of musical debacle,
They
and I
better
ain't
than
going for it.
D12.
Who was better than D12?
Both of those groups.
Nah, they up there with D12. They about in the
No,
same.
they're better than D12.
Nah,
D12 is not fucking with the lots.
you might be right, but they better than the Clips.
Nah, they don't got more hits than the Clips.
I ain't trying to do it. In other news, uh, your cousin at it again.
Wow, damn, I got all these cousins. Who's my cousin this week?
Kevin Hart.
Oh,
Y'all the same blackness. So listen, Kevin
is
Hart
that,
said,
are you black shaming me?
no, no, no. My dad
Okay,
was
cool.
dark. Kevin Hart put out a statement that said we must teach our children the true history of Black Americans when they were kings of Egypt and not just the era of slavery that is cemented by the education in America. Do
Mm-hmm.
you remember the time when we were kings? Now,
Do you
the interesting
remember?
the interesting thing about this, and I didn't expect this, and this for a lot of you cats out there that be running around every morning. You calling some female, calling her queen, and she calling you king. Let me
Mm.
tell you what the Egyptians said. The Egyptians said,
Was
uh,
there a specific person in Egypt that said this? Did they give a
all the
name?
Egyptians, all of they said it together.
So
Remember
you
how
so
they did? Remember how they did "We Are the World" with Michael
yeah.
Jackson and them? They did it. They put a drone outside, and everybody came
So
outside. You know how
so
they
what?
play that?
All them motherfuckers went to the Sphinx and said this.
Everybody gathered
It
around the
was
Sphinx
smoking Egyptian hemp and went in front of the Sphinx.
and hummed this shit.
Okay, cool.
So they said it said many Egyptians felt that the comment was an attempt to blacklash Egyptian culture.
Black Lash.
Blacklash. So they calling it blackwash. I'm sorry. Blackwash. They
Okay.
said it's an attempt to blackwash and steal the history and cultural identity. And they say that modern Egyptians identify only as Arab and that the Afrocentric view is not a part of historical facts. I
No, I
think
won't
that's
be going
deep.
to
They
Egypt no
cooking.
time.
They're cooking. They basically said all that king and queen stuff y'all been talking about, the shit's fake.
That shit is-
Y'all not from here, which is true
Well,
because
they're
a lot
not
of
from
people say
Egypt.
we
Maybe they're
from
from
here.
a little more, But I
I'm
mean,
just saying they about to stop letting black people go on vacation in Egypt, man. And that's we supposed to be kings and queens over there. So history will
I
always
think.
be written by whoever wins the war. That's why it's called his story. That's a fact.
Well, I ain't
But
gonna lie. I mean, the only reason that I've ever been interested in going to Egypt is because I want to like take one of them pictures with my hand, like I'm like petting the Sphinx, and just get up out of there. Like like come on,
you don't want to try none of the food there?
nah,
No?
nah.
Yeah, they eat some interesting shit there. I'm not gonna get into it here because they're gonna think there's
Yeah,
some orange.
they be eating camel hump and shit like that.
Damn.
But
But
I'm
that
gonna
meat
pass on.
might be tender. Who knows?
Now they said that the camel hump, because that's where most of the water is stored, is very has like a velvety texture or whatever like that.
So he had a show over there in Egypt and they canceled it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're asking, the official comment is saying that they had like some sort of technical difficulty. But the Egyptians is, they had like all of their Egyptian news channels, most of the Egyptian news channels
Mm-hmm.
was basically saying he better not pull up. So I mean,
Well, I mean, listen, I feel like when you're dealing with those countries and with those weird kind of like governments, if they tell you something like that, or if they give you some type of warning to stay away, you should. Like, um, because you never know. Like they may feel like his comment was like some old treason type shit, and they'll fucking lock his ass up.
Yeah, facts. You won't be coming home for a long time.
Try to make like an example out of him.
I definitely done
You know what
seen
I'm
that
saying?
happen. What's her name? What was the little female that went over there? Brittany
Little
Griner.
female. Well, she
Well, she
went to
ain't
Russia.
little. Yeah, she definitely ain't little. I'm glad you said
She
it like
bigger than
that.
you, pause.
She always got something crazy to say.
Nah, but
Bigger.
they got I mean, but it's been going up crazy. Like they got they just let Chris Brown out from over wherever he was at, and it was someone else that was that's jammed up overseas or was jammed up overseas.
Speaking of jammed up, and I'm glad you just said that because jammed up might be the catchphrase of the year.
Jammed.
No, no,
Okay.
no. Well, I guess unjammed.
Okay. Let me see where this is going.
You know, I think you know where this is going.
No, I don't. No, I don't. It's always a little mystery with what you got going on over there.
They saying Trump is a hero, man. People in Chicago is saying Trump is a hero.
Yeah, he just got him a lot of votes.
Freeing Larry Hoover. Well, not freeing him, but I guess he commuted him.
Commuted his sentence,
Yeah,
his federal sentence. Let's be extra clear.
and does he still have state charges? I think it sounded like.
Yeah, he still got 200 years on the state charges.
Um, So
But
do you,
from what I heard, though, from what I heard, him commuting the sentence, obviously, I think he still has a lot of influence as Trump a hero. He still has a lot of influence. So I think that will probably move the state to maybe like relax or give him some grace and maybe do the same thing, pardon or something like that. But also, I think what I heard was that um he wasn't really able to get like no visits, or maybe like only his wife, or he wasn't able to get no visits because I think he was like in the super duper max joint. So
well,
now,
yeah, they charged him in '73, then they brought him back in I think '97 and
yeah,
charged him again because they said he was continuing the criminal enterprise from in prison.
right,
So um they have to limit. That's what they do to you when you're in there. They limit your mail. All your mail come in electronically. It's scanned. They read everything. You don't get no personal time. But I mean, I've read statements from Larry Hoover that said that he's not a part of that no more. And some people say, well, he has to say that. Well, maybe he's just an old man now. You know, a lot of these gangs was made up by eighth graders, man, seventh graders.
mm,
When these gangs was made up. When you grow up, you start to have that. And I'm not knocking them because I got a brother that's 49 right now and come in here and throw two pitchforks on the screen so hard the camera break. You
mm.
know what I'm saying? So I mean, but
What
my
is the
point
two
is,
switch sports stand? What's that, folk?
yeah, folks. But
Okay,
I'm not a big gang member, but we are in the Midwest, so we
they run that shit out there.
well, we're heavily influenced by it. I wouldn't say they
Mm,
run it, but they're heavily influenced in Indiana, Michigan, any of the Midwest states. The Gangster Disciples is probably the biggest gang in America,
mm-hmm,
numbers wise. So you can understand why the government would be a little leery about letting someone with that much power come out. But this cat, it was a political cat from the beginning.
mm-hmm.
When they first started out, these dudes used to go up to Congress all the time, and But that's what's scary about some of these leaders is like when they want better for their community, and some people don't want better for the community. It's a direct headbutt. So, um, shouts
Well,
out to Trump for letting Hoover go, and not only that, he young. Where all my young people at? Y'all been hating on Trump. He let y'all boy out. Y'all said he was the best rapper in the world, and now he free.
uh,
NBA young boy. Come on, man, give him a round.
I
Y'all
ain't gonna
still
lie.
hating?
I hope that young boy comes home and does the right thing, man. You know,
I think he learned his lesson now, man. We got to relax on young boy a little bit, man. How they be doing him?
young boy basically got like the ultimate get out of jail free card. The ultimate, because they look. It seemed like I don't know what he was sentenced to. He was jammed up. But I'm gonna tell you this though. I feel like
Tino, you want to come up here and make your argument?
who?
My boy Tino.
Uh, Tito Jackson.
Let me know, man. I'm gonna put the link down there for you if I can remember how to create the link.
Go to
Let's see.
invite and go to copy. Then take it and go Control V into whichever field that you feel like you want to you know, you want to do that.
Jesus Christ. Let me see. Hold on one second. I'm trying to.
But I'm gonna tell you though, I think that with that happening, because you got to remember, Kanye played a big role in bringing the awareness to help free or help with the. I feel like help this happen with Larry Hoover. So I think definitely in Chicago, and maybe depending on what the ultimate result of this, Larry who like I think Kanye get a lot of cool points back in the black community because of this.
Tino, click that. Come up here.
He gets a lot of cool points back.
You think Kanye is almost directly responsible for this?
I mean, you don't
Directly.
remember they did the because I remember I was supposed to go. They did the show in LA with remember when him and Drake made up or allegedly made up, and Jay Prince was a part of it. They did the big concert in LA.
Yeah. How you? I wonder if Rick Ross gonna do something. All that Larry Hoover that he was screaming. I feel like Rick Ross should put some work in. Uh,
I mean, I hope he got a couple of dollars for him.
I mean, he should at least at the bare minimum have a couple of dollars for him.
You gotta have a couple of dollars for him.
Now they both free. They he can put them both in his remix when
Yeah,
Dirk
that
get
would
out.
be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, yeah, have them both in there with Dirk on the remix.
Now,
That's
now that's now this is what I'm gonna say. If 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 Hoover, who I feel like allegedly, from what they said, did all of this stuff, right? I think that there's a lot of people. There's one kingpin that I'm thinking about from New York, from Queens, that I think that makes him possibly getting released be a lot more likely now, possibly.
yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
You don't want to say it?
Oh, I'm just saying. Do you know you know who I'm talking about though, right?
Say it
I,
again. I'm over here
I just want
clicking.
to see if you know who I'm talking about. I know who I'm talking about.
Say what you said. A little bit of what you said again. I ain't gonna lie. I'm over here
I
clicking
said
buttons.
I said another kingpin that's in the feds from New York, from Queens specifically. I think that if Hoover, got this, I think there's a good chance that it might be another one coming home soon or coming
Who?
home eventually.
Supreme or somebody?
Yeah,
Maybe. I don't know. Is Supreme reformed?
I don't.
Yes.
I can't answer that.
It's all about the reform. You know what I mean?
I mean, Prince is home and Prince is doing a lot of great things. I see him
How
doing a
long
lot
did
of.
Prince do though? Didn't he do 30?
He did 40.
He deserved to be home.
Prince
Time
was in
served.
jail since like 1986, 87.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's a big difference, but Preem been jammed up for almost 20 years. Since about 2004, 2000, maybe 2003, 2004. He been jammed up for about 20 years.
At, the real question I'm asking though is like, at what point does the black community start realizing that we gotta ride with somebody that's elite, that's riding for us? You know what I mean?
Well, I think
Like
a
all of
lot of
this
the
Trump is racist shit, this shit gotta go.
I mean, a lot of the rhetoric and shit that I've seen is that, he's doing this purposely and he's doing this to, basically pacify us and to make us look into,
But for
freeing.
what reason? He don't need a re-election. He don't need our votes.
You don't think so?
For what? He can't be re-elected.
That we don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of years. That we don't know
What
if
are you
something.
referring to? Be clear. What are you saying when you say that?
What am I saying? That the law may get changed.
There's no such thing can happen
Why?
because that's a part of the Constitution and the
So
Federalist
you don't
Papers won't
you don't
allow it.
think the Constitution can be reformed?
No, it can do. You
Wait,
can put
where does
amendments.
it say?
You can
Where
make
does it? Okay,
amendments.
amendment. Right.
You
Okay.
can make an amendment, but that specific amendment can't be made. The forefathers thought about this shit. They knew that somebody was going to try to take control.
Where does it say in the Constitution that this amendment can't be touched? That this can't be touched, reformed, changed, ratified? Nothing. Where does it say that in the
It
Constitution?
says that no one man can have supreme power over this shit. That would mean he could just change it to be this is the standard rhetoric that you see on CNN or one of these uh, big news channels that's primarily Democratic. Is that, oh, you hate Trump? Well, you really finna hate him because he finna be your president for the next forever till he die. Bruh,
Mm.
you know how many people had power like him, and you can't do it. You get an 8-year term. Certain things in the Constitution is set in stone. And then if you have to read the Federalist Papers to be able to decipher exactly what it means. And you're never going to find enough federal judges to say that, to vote in the direction of let's make him the supreme leader. It's just never going to happen. People don't even like him that much. They like him. I like him because he tearing shit up. I don't understand what all these other people is want to go back to. You want to go back to some. You want to go back to the way things were. Like, dog, let's switch shit up a bit, and then y'all can vote Bernie Sanders back in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker,
Mm-hmm.
106 years old. Go on, get him in there. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't trying to make this a political show. But I'm just saying, I figured everybody was pretty much talking. I heard some people. I seen some Facebook posts where they was like, "Man, y'all niggas, y'all don't know Larry Hoover." Like, everybody. This might revitalize gang life. As far as
Well, I think, I mean, I think he's a lot deeper than the gang stuff. I think, a lot of the gang stuff that happened, not just with what he represented, but with other people, is because of the oppression, because
Dion, what
they
up,
were
boy?
trying to, send a message for our lives to get better. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, um, despite whatever he's done in the past, that maybe with his years of, sitting up and seeing how the world is, that, he could have, now that he can maybe speak a little bit freer and do more communication, that, he could use that to have a positive impact. Because even if he said he dropped his flag or he ain't, jacking it no more, right? That don't mean he ain't powerful. That just means that,
Well, he the poster boy. He's still the
you know what
poster
I'm
boy
saying?
for
It's
G.
still it's still going to be a lot of respect and
But he always was a
reverence.
teacher. He always was a teacher. I think he has the voice to go on in the politics. And you can't what you gonna say? You got a felony? You can't use that no more.
Mm-hmm.
Use that no more. It's all types of people with felony in public office now. So and he was all for the community before he left. So, as far as the Hoover thing is concerned, I mean, I'm glad he's free. I don't think nobody should be sitting in prison for 30 years unless they,
Did some real like.
yeah, it's got to be heinous. Like, but I guess they blaming all crimes of anybody under his flag on him. So if you do that, then I guess so. But uh, I don't ever believe shit that half the shit media say anyway, because they put you on the news so fast and say some bullshit and won't correct it.
I think I had sent you some shit on Instagram. Did you hear about? What was I sent you something about Kennedy that there was a declassified document that they wanted to do like bombings and all this type of crazy shit back in the 60s and try to blame it on Cuba.
Who was they gonna bomb?
Like they were gonna like do it to the planes and bomb some building down south. I sent it to you on Instagram, but it was a document that was declassified.
Yeah, my
And
boy
it's
NATO
saying
said 200 years for one murder though. Yeah, that's beyond
who
overkill.
said that? What happened to your boy you said was gonna pull up?
He in here in the chat typing because his beard ain't lined up right now.
Man, you got a chance to be a star and you give a fuck about your beard right now, my nigga?
Nigga ain't got his beard lined up.
Come on, man. You better put a
He commenting like a motherfucker though. He said people get murdered every day, B. Get your good commenting ass together and click that link. That's what you do.
he could do the he could let his avatar talk. You know, niggas
Yeah,
gonna be.
let your avatar talk for you. Come in here and turn your camera off.
But
Hear
I
what you
forgot a
got to say.
beard is not like a
He in
head,
here.
like a head.
He
'Cause
in
I
here.
see
He
put a
talking about I'm
fitted in.
good.
Or he could
He in
just
here
keep
typing
doing it.
about the January 6th motherfuckers.
He could tie his a bandana across his mouth or something. Shit. You know, gotta make it happen, baby. You
He
know,
said send it.
yeah,
I sent it. It's in the
yeah.
chat.
Prime time.
Hold on.
Knicks is winning. Yeah,
You think they're gonna do it?
come on, man.
It's right there. Click that. Come backstage so I can bring you up.
Knicks is up 84-64. You know we
Oh
coming
yeah,
hard.
yeah. I
Come
think they
on, man.
got that. What they about
We
to
gonna
make
go.
it a 7-series game?
Yeah, we gonna go back to Indiana, whoop ass there, get one out of there, and then bring it back to Game 7. Come on, man. You know what time it is.
Yeah, they're making it a good series, man. They're making it a real good series. I really don't be into that basketball shit, but I did just see they was doing some kind of comparison. I think it was
Wait,
I
so you
think it
said
was
you not. So what sports did you play as a kid? Like lacrosse or some shit?
I wrestled. I was a wrestler.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I wrestled, I boxed,
You was like all state wrestling.
I
You was
wasn't
on
all
some like
state.
you was like
Funny
some old
story.
you
Funny
wrestled Rob
story.
Van Dam?
No, but the second best, a cat named Mr. Ireland. Oh man, listen, I did a prank one time on my gym teacher. As I can't think of his name right now, but I seen his name in the phone book. I was like, oh, this guy Jim Hagedorn, that was his name.
Mm.
And I called him and he answered. I knew it was him. I hated him. He always used to do so much bullshit to me. Here we go, right here. Hold
That's
on, let me
Taz
bring
Nato.
Taz NATO, man.
Okay, cool.
NATO, what up, boy?
What it do?
Man, your beard don't look that bad, man.
Man, don't be listening to this nigga, man. He be saying some wild shit, bro.
Who, me?
That nigga had the Clippers on.
Nah, the
He
nigga,
talking
the
about
nigga, nigga Capone, man. Talking
Oh,
about,
the nigga had the Clippers on, man. Talking
man,
about he
anybody got no damn clippers on, bro.
yeah, what's going on though? Talk to us.
So
What's
yeah,
good with it, man?
this my homie right here, man, and he was also one of my group mates in one of the coldest groups ever. Nat the Zach.
Yeah. This nigga said he let out Larry Hoover and motherfucking what NBA young boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
How many white January 6 motherfuckers did he let out?
I hope he let them all out.
he
All the
did.
white motherfuckers?
Yeah, let all of them out, man. They was fighting for our freedom.
Two niggas and hundreds of white people, and you worried about talking about politics like this
Wait a
nigga is the
minute.
nigga.
Now, when we start talking about two niggas, that we talking about two niggas now, you forgot about Kodak. You forgot he let out 30,000 motherfucking niggas. If you really want to get technical, and you can pull it up while we're talking about it. Yeah, he did change the law. Did guess who made? Joe Biden. Yeah, put us all in prison. All the little predator, all the little predator shit.
That was your boy. That was your boy Clinton in there, but you know, we don't want to get back into history. Let's go towards the future.
Why
Now
not?
we
Why not?
gotta
We
get
got to
into
go
this
back to
because I
get
ain't gonna
forward.
lie. I know a few people that either came home because he reversed that law, or they got some time knocked off. If they didn't come home, they got a lot of time knocked off. So we got to talk about that.
Yeah,
Definitely. I know some too.
it's a fact. So listen, he got to let out some of his homies too. These motherfuckers showed up to listen to his rally, and then went to the White House and tore shit up. Now I'm not saying that I'm riding with him. All I'm saying is that's the kind of loyalty I like. If I show up and fuck some shit up for you, come get me out. You got the power to get me out, come get me out. That's all I'm saying, Nato.
For sure. Well, at the end of the day, I'm gonna go back to this too. The nigga that invented Timberlands was not from New York. Let's get
Okay.
Let me
let's get that
guess.
out the way.
He was from Battle Creek. Where y'all from?
No, definitely not. He was a white dude.
From where?
Nathan Schwartz. Look him up.
Okay, I don't got time to Google that. We on thing, but where's he from? Since you got the info there,
Oh no, you got to do some leg work too, since you wanted to
I'm
say all that
saying.
great shit.
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
how
hold
you
on.
know he wasn't a nigga from New York? Okay, I looked it up instead
Okay,
of just
so
asking.
listen. So
Instead of just asking why.
you came in my living room to correct me, and you can't give me the information.
I did
I'm
I
not
did
gonna
the leg work.
like if you said something, I'm not gonna come in here. I'm there, nigga. Look here, like the niggas from
If it came in the
Ontario.
look, I'm gonna look
You
it
know,
up. I got a whole nother I got a whole nother phone over here. I can hop on
I
there
mean, shit,
and
we
start
all got
looking at
three
shit.
phones, computers, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to come on my couch and correct me, come with the information.
Oh, let's keep it 100, bro. I'm not trying to correct you. You know, I like to debate though. You know what I'm saying? But I'm never gonna try to come off
So
disrespectful. I'm
so
just
No, no,
saying
no, 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 no.
the dude named
I
Nathan
ain't taking it.
Schwartz.
Jack just likes to talk
I
shit,
ain't
but
taking it the wrong
get
way.
on Jack,
I'm
Jack ass
animated.
pause though. He be in here thinking that when a nigga come in, he gonna out talk him. He not. This ain't that, Jack. Listen, Nato, I wanted to get your opinion on this Kevin Hart thing. What you feel about these Arabs correcting niggas and saying y'all not from here.
They're
Y'all didn't
actually
build these
African.
pyramids, and y'all not kings and queens. How you feeling about that?
Yeah, I got to do some more research. That's a fact. I just heard about that. I don't know enough about it to have an actual opinion. I ain't gonna do that.
Well, I mean,
But
have
it's
you?
crazy though.
Let me
Ain't
ask you:
Egypt
have you ever
Africa?
heard a nigga calling himself a king?
From where?
If from anywhere. Good morning, king.
Oh
All
yeah,
that shit.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
I
And you
saw
know
that
that
every day.
stems from niggas thinking that they was kings and queens in Egypt, right?
Yeah, that come from like King Tut and all them. You know what I'm saying?
And now here the Arabs came on TV on like 10 of their networks and said, listen, y'all not gonna blackwash. They calling it blackwashing. Y'all not gonna blackwash our history with y'all bullshit African American shit. We Arabs over here. So I mean, that just fucks a lot of niggas' daily routine up. Cause now when a nigga be like, "Good morning, King," I just feel like I'm. Hey, listen, the Arabs, the Arabs said
Well, so you saying that there was only kings and queens from Egypt? There wasn't none from nowhere else in Africa?
the ones that mattered was in Egypt. They the ones that
You said
built all the
what?
greatest things.
Oh, so you mean
Those are
so
the
the
ones
ones they
that was
stole from?
broadcasted the most heavily because it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
closer to Europe and closer. You know what I'm saying?
If there was other kings and queens, tell me about something they built or did that makes a
Let's
significant
talk about
difference.
Hannibal. Why I named myself Hannibal from Carthage. Hannibal Barker.
What about it? Give us some research. Give us some
Come
back.
on, come on.
Give us the backstory.
This is the greatest war general and tactician of all time, where a lot of his divisive strategies are still studied to this day.
He
Heard
read
of
that
him.
shit off
Don't
the
know a
internet.
lot
Nigga,
about
that
him, but I
nigga ain't
heard
like
of him.
Denzel said he wanted to do the Hannibal movie. He wanted to play Hannibal.
Why didn't they do that? I think that he would have. Anybody would have jumped on that if Denzel wanted to
You know
do
what
it.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Ain't
he
no way.
probably backed down after that gladiator shit. They didn't like that.
yeah, after he kissed that nigga.
Yeah, they ain't like that gladiator shit.
I think that was really him or AI.
I mean, I kind of think it was AI because he won't even kiss a white woman, but you gonna go on camera and kiss a nigga? You gonna disrespect your wife like that? That's crazy, bro. That don't make sense.
But they say that that's good acting though, because didn't Will do it too?
Or he did worse. This nigga was naked in a bed with another man. You know what I'm saying? They had this whole ass crack on screen. That shit was crazy. Yeah.
I missed that movie.
Oh yeah, that was one of his first
You want him to
movies.
give
You
you the title to it, Jack, so you can check it out?
Nah, I'm cool on that. I'm gonna take y'all word on it. I guess y'all was watching that in good old Battle Creek.
Oh no, nigga. I ain't never watched the movie, but they got plenty of clips of that shit.
A box of cornflakes.
You think
Oh, you
everybody
know
from here
about
eat
that?
cereal?
Huh?
You think everybody from here eat cereal?
You got to come on. That's just like
No, you
a
don't.
nigga from New York saying he never had a glizzy before, never had a beef patty, or never had a slice of pizza. If you from Battle Creek, every one of y'all niggas gotta have a favorite cereal or something like that.
That is a fact, though.
That's a fact. Everybody got a favorite cereal, but I don't. I ain't ate cereal in years.
I wouldn't be surprised if like let me shut
Nigga,
up.
they get that shit
Hey,
out free around
don't
this
start
bitch,
no
nigga.
bullshit, please, Jack.
For real, they get that shit out free every year around this motherfucker. Nobody give a fuck about cereal
Oh,
around here.
they be giving out the Kellogg shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Kellogg's and the post
you go
shit
down,
for free.
you can go down there with like $8 and get a box of 50 boxes. You heard?
So why y'all niggas don't be selling them shits on Amazon or something like that? That's a flip right there.
Now you can't
Nah.
sell. It's a law against that.
Yeah, you
Oh,
gonna get fucked up trying that shit. You know, they don't play that
wait.
shit.
So it's
Hey,
like on some welfare shit. Like they say, hey, it's like a
no, they just
rebate.
give
Like, hey,
back.
if
They
you
just
bring
give to the
$10, we're
community.
gonna give you 10 boxes of cereal.
No, they give to the community. They've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah,
I'll tell you a bunch of stories about Kellogg's.
Y'all niggas
Kellogg's
be
is a
yeah.
real
making Rice Krispie treats, all type. Y'all could be doing all types of shit with that.
man.
Been
We
doing
been
that
did
shit for
all that.
years,
You know,
bro.
this is the home of the longest breakfast table, man. Come down
Is
here
it?
and come down and have you some breakfast, man. On
I'm
the
I'll
breakfast
come
table.
out there. I like to
They
travel.
serve
I
a
would love to
million
come out there.
motherfuckers every year, bro. That's crazy. We only got 50,000 motherfuckers in our population, but somehow they serve a million motherfuckers.
It's a fact.
So
Um,
let me hold on. I'm a little intrigued here. Let me stay here for one quick second. So, like in Battle Creek, does most of the people work for Kellogg or
Hell
Kellogg
no.
no,
adjacent or something like that?
no.
Nope.
Kellogg. It's Kellogg's and Post.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
two different, but no, most of the people here have factory jobs,
And
like
we used
food.
to have General Mills. They used to make cereal too.
Yeah,
Y'all had all the cereal factories there.
yeah.
Yeah, for
That's where they
sure.
live. This where they came and lived. It used to be called Milltown, but we ain't gonna get into
Yeah.
Battle Creek because
We the
even the
cereal
movie,
city capital.
even the movie Battle Creek only had 2 viewers. So
Right.
I
Mm.
don't
They
want to
did
get
us
into that.
bad too. They did us real bad.
But I did want to NATO. Did you and Jack? Did y'all see that? The Chinese space station found a new bacteria growing in the space station. It's the first time they've ever been able to get on record. It's not anything surviving and growing in space.
Would they let some General Toso up there or something and it turned into bacteria?
I don't know, but they saying that they actually facing some movie shit. Like they might not even be able to come back to Earth.
That's got to be slightly racist, man. Damn. He mispronounced it and used the food to create the
So
bacteria.
I know. Listen. I know it's General Sal, but come on, everybody,
You got it wrong
everybody,
twice.
What is it then? What is it then?
Tao.
No. Tao is Tao, not
Yeah.
Sal. The T is silent. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't eat this shit, so I don't
But
know.
we
You know what
call
I'm
it,
saying? Man?
General Snow.
but
It's General
everyone,
Snow.
okay, so whatever, Sal, so, but we call it General Toso, nigga.
Listen,
Yeah,
they
it is
talking
what
about
it
they
is.
When
talking
you
about
looked
these
on that
motherfuckers might
menu,
not be able to come back to Earth,
when
Jack.
you looked on the menu as a kid, you said, I want some of that General Toso.
They saying these niggas might not be able to come back to Earth, man, because the shit could be too dangerous. Imagine being up there and they telling you, look, you can't come back to Earth because some of that bacteria might be on you. So we're gonna We're gonna send you some supplies up. Y'all just gonna keep working
Just
out of
figure
here.
it out. Just keep floating.
Dog.
Hey, if you ask if you ask Neil deGrasse Tyson shit, that would be intriguing for him. You know what I'm saying? He'd love to be trapped in space.
I don't know if anybody want to be trapped in
I
space.
mean, they
Bro,
can
it
send.
got to be a movie for that, my nigga. It got, you know what I'm saying? What was that? The Thing, where that motherfucking bacteria, or whatever, came back from outer space, and with what was it, Kurt Russell and all the motherfuckers. They got attacked by that shit out there in the tundra. Y'all remember that movie, The Thing?
Yeah, yeah.
I never watched that.
Yeah,
That's y'all a little bit older than me, so some of that shit I don't know about.
yeah,
Nigga,
that's what they
one
trying
year.
to prevent from happening right there, nigga. They don't want them to bring that bacteria down here. That shit gonna metamorphosize into some
I mean, shit, they can send them motherfucker to
crazy shit.
Antarctica. They got some shit going on over there.
Oh yeah,
Send them niggas to Antarctica.
yeah. Motherfuckers go to Antarctica and don't return. Motherfuckers got to get permission to go to Antarctica.
Yeah, yeah. You know they got some shit going on over there.
Facts, bro. They got some shit going on down there.
So
Speaking of Chinese,
speaking of the Chinese or Asians, y'all,
Philippine.
y'all seen what Manny Pacquiao on, right?
About to make a comeback.
He about to come back and fight this cat. Not what you see there. He gonna fight a dude and be the oldest returning champion. And he talking about when he done with him, he gonna dust off Gervonta Davis.
If
What
He
that
say
he
nigga,
he,
what say
he
you?
ordered in what's his name? Hopkins and motherfucking Foreman. He ordered in both of them.
He actually hold the record already for this, and he's
For the
about to
oldest
break his
returning
own
champion.
record. He's about to break his own record.
For the
man,
oldest
he
returning champion.
supposed to be like a fucking like a president or something, a governor of.
Yeah, he like the governor
Yeah.
over there. Yeah, they were. Yeah,
But they don't have governors and stuff. They like he got like a chancellor or some shit like that. Though I
well,
don't know what the fuck he got down there.
the champion right now for the whatever belt this is, Mario Barrios. He's coming back to whoop his ass, and when he done whooping his ass, he whooping Gervonta Davis' ass. Who you got in that fight?
I don't think he's gonna make it to Tank.
If he do,
I mean, shit, he make it to Tank. Tank gonna whoop his ass, but he ain't gonna make it to Tank. Dude got a
you
belt for a
think? Wait a
reason.
minute. You think that's a guaranteed win for Tank?
I mean, shit, if he make it to Tank, he might have. He ain't gonna make it to Tank, nigga. Gonna make it, bro. How many years this nigga ain't fought?
Man, that's Manny motherfucking Pacquiao. You don't think he
How-
making it?
what was the last year of his fight?
I don't know how long he been out the ring right now.
Was it Floyd or was it somebody after Floyd?
Pacquiao's last fight.
Oh yeah, this is disrespectful. Complex be on some bullshit, boy. I tell you.
What happened?
I was just scrolling through. Just got an alert on my phone. So Complex has a top 50 all time LA rapper list. 50 best LA rappers of all time ranked.
Is the game on there?
I didn't get that far up, but they got Everlast from House of Pain ranked above Crooked Eye, King Crooked.
Damn.
They got Evidence from Dilated People directly above King Crooked.
Damn.
They got Ab Soul. Okay, that's interesting. Will
Bruh,
I Am.
Absol is absolutely trash to me, man.
They got Lady of Rage number 41 above King Crooked, Ab Soul, and Will I Am.
Rage should be on there though.
You want rage from the dog pile? The chick rage, nigga, that's what you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, they got
God damn.
Mac 10 at number
That's
37. They
disrespectful to the
got
West.
Cash from the Alcoholics at 36.
If Sibo ain't on there, I'm about to cut this stream off.
Yeah, Sibo definitely should be on there.
And Yuckmouth better be on there.
Okay, they got
Man.
Razzcast number 33. That's very interesting.
Yeah, that's too far down for him for the West Coast, bro. That's crazy.
They got
Who's the
Yo
number
Yo
one? Who
above
number one?
Razzcast and Mac 10 and Dub C at 31.
Who would y'all say
Mm.
the Who is the number 1 through 3? Who's the 1, 2, and 3 for West Coast?
I'm getting there. I'm just Roddy Rich is number 28.
That's nuts.
That's way too low.
Daz is number 27.
Come on,
Doja,
man.
No, he had a good spot. He's at a good spot.
Doja
Daz,
Cat 26.
Yes, Daz.
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat is above Daz.
Wow. Listen. Tiger is number 25.
He made
You
it.
got,
Okay.
you got to put this on the screen. Capone, LA top 50 LA rappers, because this is going. Drake Yoda Ruler is number 24.
So
Vince
are these really just LA rappers, or are these all West Coast
all
motherfuckers?
LA rappers.
Wait a
Just
minute,
LA.
LA. That's why Steve. No, everybody on there is not from LA.
Okay, they got Warren G at number 20. I'm gonna have to call him on this one.
I should call him right now.
I'm gonna have to call the regulator on this one.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of them motherfuckers don't sound like they from
Regulator
LA, bro.
at
What they
20,
got him at? What they got
number
him ranked
20.
at, Jack?
Number 20.
Made the top 20.
So they got Dom Kennedy above Dub. They got Sugar Free above Dub. That's crazy. Schoolboy Q.
Sugar Free definitely ain't from LA.
No, I guess they mean LA or LA centric.
That gotta be California, period. West Coast.
Hold on, I'm finna call
Because
Dub right
Sugar
now.
Free's from the Bay.
Got YG above Dub. Exhibit. Damn. This shit is crazy.
Damn. Exhibit from Detroit.
Okay,
That's great.
the game is number 11.
But he said he represent the West because that's where he at though. So
Nipsey
you
is
know.
number 10.
Who?
Easy E is number 9.
Did you say Pimp C?
No, I said Nipsey is number.
Oh, Nipsey.
I said the game is 11. Nipsey
Okay.
is 10. Easy E is number 9. Be Real is number 8. I ain't too mad at that.
That's respect.
Ice T is number 7.
Respect.
DJ Quick is number 6. Tyler the Creator is number 5.
Damn, so out of place.
Dr. Dre is number 4.
Is it done?
Dr.
All
Dre
right.
is number 4 on this list.
It only leave a couple people.
You know who they left. Ice Cube is number 3. So the other
Right.
two got to be Pac and Snoop. Snoop is number 2.
Then Kendrick, huh?
Actually, Kendrick is number 1.
Yeah, that's what I said. Then Kendrick. You thought it was gonna be Pac. He been dead too long, nigga. Kendrick
Top
just took over.
50 best LO. So I guess they don't consider Tupac a LA rapper. And this
Wasn't he from the East Coast?
Yeah, so is Exhibit though. Technically, Exhibit ain't necessarily from, you know what I'm saying, the West Coast, but you know, he moved out there and repped it. So Pac should have got his just due.
Yo, this is really crazy. Oh, and I look for I look under related news. Larry Hoover Jr. thanks Ye for helping secure father's commuted prison sentence. See, telling you, Kanye gonna get a lot of cool points back for that one. That was a good look for him. That might be a part of him repairing his image.
Ain't that them niggas that Kanye had was moving with anyway? They said he was moving with some top G's from Chicago anyway. That's you know what I'm saying. Why he can move how he moved. So he was already connected. He better have did his thing, or he wouldn't have been connected no more. Shit.
I mean,
you know what though? It'll probably be wise for Hoover when he get out to not fuck with Ye though.
Why not?
Because and Jack, your camera froze. But
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
But because you might have to leave and come back on.
No, I'm good.
Because he's saying he's saying no, but I'm saying he's saying a lot of shit about Jewish, but he might. I think that Hoover runs for governor or for mayor of Chicago within a year. I think Hoover gonna run for the mayor of Chicago. I mean, and I think he would win overwhelmingly.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I think he overwhelmingly wins if he runs for mayor of Chicago.
He might could do some positive shit too. You know what I'm saying? He might could do some real good shit around there for real,
You
for
think
real. So
you think he if he goes becomes mayor, you think he hires back Lori Leftfoot or Lightfoot, whatever her name is?
Nah, Lori gone, man.
She a
I
popular?
think if he comes in, he I mean, what better way to do some kind of gang reform than bring the voice in? You know what I mean? That'd be good for that. That would be good for Chicago, but
yeah, that's
it
probably
wouldn't
why
be
it ain't
good
gonna
for
happen, man. That's
wouldn't be
crazy
good
too.
for him to take a bunch of pictures with Kanye West and then try that. That's the point I'm making.
Man, they make a lot of money off them bodies they drop in Chicago, man. They don't want nobody to come out and stop the violence.
Yeah, that's a fact. But I wonder how far that will go. But that's my point, though, is that Ye getting all of this. Dog, he out here saying NATO. The man said he watched porno with his little cousin and then gave him head
Uh, yeah, that
until he
nigga
was
got pain
14.
inside. He got a lot of pain inside. That nigga is hurt, bro.
Yeah,
For real.
that's crazy.
then, then he said he feels because his cousin went to prison for murder. He said he feel like the reason why he went to prison for murder was because he kept doing that to him.
Man,
Hey,
hey,
listen,
look, you
now
know
he's
how many
somewhere in
niggas
prison.
at home right now about to die with that information on their brain that they would never ever tell nobody that shit? He needed that. He needed that clarification. He needed the
But
clearest
listen,
nigga.
and then I
Sitting
seen
on
him.
his
You
couch.
don't remember that Red Man clip where Red Man was like, "Fuck Kanye West," and I was at Diddy party and opened the bathroom
That was
door.
actually Method Man.
Yeah, Method Man. He's like, I opened the door at Diddy's power. He was in there giving somebody head, faggot. Hey, I didn't say that. That's a quote from somebody else. Bleep that
Wow.
out. Bleep that out.
Yeah, I don't condone any hate speech of any sort.
Hey,
He went off script.
man, can you consider that hate speech if it was the truth, though? You know, I mean, it ain't slander or hate if a nigga just tell the truth. Shit, he popped the door open. Nigga was
Well,
in there giving the nigga head. Shit.
it's one thing talking about the action, but it's the word that the inflammatory, the colorful word
Okay. Right,
that is
right,
so hurtful.
Yeah,
So
right.
Method Man need to chill on that. But look, I
Yeah.
can't never look at Kanye the same again after he said that, how he said it. And then after Meth said that, that just was crazy to me. That he didn't, and he had y'all out here wearing slave shoes. That's crazy.
Man. And,
mm,
and and bum clothes, bro.
Man, I
He
can't.
selling thermos with the holes in them for 1,300, bro.
How did the clothes get so ugly that
They
kids
said,
wear?
motherfucker said the nigga was a genius. Yeah, he really was though. That nigga made millions, then they billions off of the worst. Like he made niggas dress like bums, bro. That shit's crazy.
They took a regular New Balance and heated up a bunch of rubber, and then stepped in the rubber and left all the rubber on the shoe, and that's the New Balance that everybody wearing.
Yeah, and the motherfuckers cost like shit, like $6 to make. That plastic injection shit, nigga. I worked in a factory making shit like that, nigga. That shit don't take no money to make at
I was
all.
in prison for a minute, and you was free, Taz, when all this tight clothes shit came out. Was you out here running around the spandex and shit too? I never
Spandex, my
asked
nigga.
you.
Come
I
on,
never
bro.
asked you. I never asked you. I don't
Spandex, though,
know.
my nigga. That's going a little too far with the scenario, nigga. You really asked me if I was
yeah,
wearing
now
spandex, my
Well, not
nigga?
spandex, but stretchy jeans. Niggas started
Never.
wearing stretchy jeans while I was
As
away.
you got to ask him, was a dude named Miguel shaving his head in prison?
Actually, it was. Actually, it was. My barber name was Miguel.
That's
And
crazy.
the little Dominican. Actually, it was a Dominican nigga. Them niggas had your beard so cold,
Hold your head, don't move.
bro. They
While I
coming in
shave
there with
your
the
head.
razor like
Okay,
fine
papi.
print. That's
Okay,
the best
papi.
my
Man,
beard ever looked. I
You
thought
want to
about
look,
sharpen?
going
nigga.
back to
You want to
prison to get
sharpen
my
the
beard
edges
braided.
around it, papi? What you want? What you want?
Nigga, it's hard to find pants and shit like that now because of that shit. They make everything skinny jeans. I damn near got to wear Carhartts and work pants if I want to wear jeans, nigga. That
Now
feel
they got
comfortable.
skinny
Shit's
joggers.
crazy. Yeah, man, that shit.
I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie, Carhartt is not really fashionable anymore. But I
no,
feel
they
what
not.
you're saying. So you just
They're not.
gotta, it's like we was talking. You gotta have that '90s feel.
Yeah, I'm trying to be comfortable. You
Yeah, the
feel me? I
'90s might
can't
have been
wear
the
that
best
tight
fashion
ass shit,
era.
my nigga.
You might as well get some Jabos or something, man, and bring them shits
I
back.
got a
Definitely,
pair of them
I'll put some Jabos on right
though.
now.
That's crazy. I
Hey,
just don't wear
listen,
them bitches, but there's some
listen,
around
the
here.
kids wearing Jabos again.
I believe it, nigga. You they selling that Fat Farm shit on eBay for like 300 pair
Yeah,
of pants and shit. That
you
shit
know how I
crazy.
always show you my nephew that signed the Boosie that be rapping. I'll be playing the shit on. I played the shit on here a couple times.
Yeah.
This is dad.
Oh,
For
okay.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what's
His
up.
name SBE Taz, and this is Big Taz NATO. That was a part of
Big
me and
Taz.
him rap together. Yeah, this actually
Yeah.
is probably the third coldest rapper in the world, but I ain't getting into that because I ain't got
Yeah,
time for this New York.
we gonna
I ain't
we
got
gonna
time for
have
this New York
amateur
shit.
night soon, and let
Yeah,
everybody
but
Yeah.
he ain't gonna be on there. He not gonna be on amateur night. 'Cause he ain't an amateur.
know. You
Okay,
might
bro.
We need
I
to have
got I got
professional night, nigga.
we
If he
gonna put
coming
some
on.
bars. We can put some bars out there whenever. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
yeah.
you forgot you had a viral video rapping, sitting in a chair
Yeah.
off of
Yeah.
Fifth. That bitch had,
Yeah.
I want to say it had 1 million clicks, but I don't want to lie.
No, I wasn't nowhere near that, my nigga.
I
I
hate
don't
this
think it reached over.
nigga.
I don't think it reached over 10,000 to be for real. You know what I'm saying? But it was on YouTube.
That's still a lot, though. That's
Not
still
YouTube.
listen, man.
Not
You know,
YouTube.
You
It
Jack
was
got
rap
more
too. I
people
gotta
that
let you hear some of Jack music too.
that's
I
still.
did that geeked up
He rapped
freestyle.
about
You know what I'm saying?
he
Off that
nice though.
geeked up beat.
He like a prostitute type of rapper.
Oh, really?
Hey,
That's
listen,
it.
you listen to his
He,
album.
he, he,
If you
he
listen to
get
his
he getting
album,
on
you
the
can
track
pull
as
up in
long as
Puerto
you got the
Plata right
boxer.
now and know where to get everything you need.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you the video. I'll show you the video a little later.
Yeah.
Nah, Jack decent though. He got some good. He got some good
Yeah,
shit.
I've been checking y'all out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I've been wanting a couple of the things I wanted to debate with y'all. I never made it to them though, but I don't got no problem. I'll pull up anytime.
Do you got a TikTok or you just keep it to the like Facebook?
Shit. I just keep it to the Facebook at the moment, but I plan on expanding out too. Get out my old
Yeah,
man way.
you gotta get out there, man. You gotta unfossilize.
Oh yeah, even the
But
dinosaurs emerged again.
huh?
Even the dinosaurs emerged again, even though they was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
bones.
yeah. But no, I'm just saying, like, what, because we kind of like cut Thursday short, but we're gonna start doing a lot more. These type of conversations like on TikTok and some other platforms is really, you know, on days, Saturdays, Sundays, days we could really like get into.
Before I forget about it, we got to talk about this. I don't want to cut you off, but I got to because you about to tell them our whole scenario and it's top secret. Listen, y'all, Annabelle, y'all familiar?
Oh yeah, the dial. They took that bitch on tour.
And it got free. It's gone. They don't know where it's
Yeah,
at.
they don't know where it's at. Yeah, I think they lost it in like Texas or some shit like that.
But listen, when it
Oh,
came through Texas, when it came through New Orleans, them niggas got free out that prison.
Yeah,
And now,
you stupid. It's
listen, they
still two
told,
niggas at large too.
yeah, they caught eight. They caught eight, and niggas had their bets in, and I think those two had the best odds. So,
That's crazy.
um,
Niggas was even betting on that.
you
dog,
talking about the Annabelle
the lady
doll?
who had that, yeah, the
Yeah,
lady who had the
Annabelle dog.
Annabelle doll.
They took her on. They took her on tour, bro. Like, what type of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? That's some desperate making money shit right there. Where you take a dog that's supposed to be cursed on state to state tour.
Yeah, I'm mad about it because I forgot to pull this clip up, man. The lady who owned it, the Annabelle doll, she's so scared of it. She said, "I don't want to look at it because it can take control of your mind." She, she said, "Don't ever move it. and never take it out of that case. What they do, they go straight over there, bust the case open, put it in a different case. Dog, a priest from the 1600s had to come bless that. And you let her out and just put her in a regular cigar box? Yeah, you know. Yeah,
we about to
it's
have calamity among us.
Right, and then they make it to one of the stops, and then they come back to the box and realize that the dial is gone.
They blessed the box, but the Pope who did it was the same one that was fucking with the kids, so that shit don't count.
Yeah.
All right, so do you think that some supernatural shit happened with the doll, or do you think somebody just stole that bitch?
Well, no matter what, I think if you want to go down conspiracy road for a minute, and let's just say the dial really is. I don't care if it's evil or not. Would you let that? How much money would they have to pay you to let that box with that dial and that light sit in your living room for 24 hours while you sleep in the house?
Like, I don't know.
You'll do it for 10 bands?
Fuck no. The dial itself make more money than that, my nigga. Why the fuck would I let it in my house
Okay,
for
for a
that?
million, would you house the Annabelle dial in your house
Nah,
in perpetuity?
nah, nigga, nah. I ain't gonna
$1
front. I
million
wouldn't.
a day?
Not just a million. You can't. You got to have it in your house
Nigga said in perpetuity.
forever.
I know what perpetuity means.
In case you didn't, I know you dark skinned, so
Oh
I
wow.
might have to explain to you twice.
He's disrespectful with that shit.
Nah, he be fucking with me with the white shit, with the light skin shit. I gotta hit him back every now and again. Yeah.
Now you look like a perfectly boiled potato.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I won't go say shit about all I can see is a hat and lips because you my man.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all nuts, man.
You over that bitch looking like Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z with a hat.
Yeah, I don't watch that.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Listen, I'm like, we just talked about this last night with Elliot Jess. I'm like a 30-year champ. Scoring cap champ. We called it capping here. Y'all, they say capping is lying now. Capping us was scoring, which was I don't know what y'all called it in New York.
Oh
The
yeah, it
dozen?
was back. Yeah, the dozens. Yep, the
Dozen.
dozens.
What I call it Jonin?
Jones and used to be Jones and too.
I'm
You
like
know
a
what I'm
30.
saying?
I'm like a
That's
30-year
We
champ.
called it
That's
capping back in the day.
Laptown niggas call it Big Freeze and all them. They call it
If a
Jones.
motherfucker walk up on you, start talking about your mom or your shoes and shit, he was capping on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what
capping,
it was. Yeah.
dissing,
Dissing. Yep. There you go, right there.
you
It's
know.
dissing.
What was the point you was trying to go to, Capone?
Yeah.
I'm a 30-year champ.
At
Don't play no games with me.
At Jonesing with
Don't
niggas?
play zero games with me. I'm too cold. But listen, you didn't see me do this shit on the internet. You know, we've been on we've been on the internet tearing niggas to pieces for a long time.
Hey Jack, when I met this nigga Al the first time, I was with the nigga Elliot Jess, right? We coming through the alley.
Said
You
my
know what I'm saying?
real name.
The nigga Elliot Jess is motherfucking my cousin. So we coming through the motherfucking alleyway. The
You
nigga
said
Elliot Jess he was just talking about.
okay.
We come through the alley. They bump into each other. They immediately just start talking about each other, mama, nigga. Mind you, nigga, this is my aunt, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm looking at this nigga like, so when is we about to fuck this nigga up? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These niggas shake hands. These niggas shake hands and laugh. He give me that. He give me that one last glance, like, who are you? I'm looking back at him the same way, and we walk off. I'm like, who the fuck was that? He was like, oh man, that was just Capone. I'm like, y'all do that every time y'all see each other? He said, every time. I'm like, that's just crazy, bro. That's just stupid. How y'all just get every time, no matter where y'all at, y'all just automatically start disrespecting each other, mom and shit, and then be like, all right, man, have a good day, and then just peel off. I couldn't do
You
that,
took
bro.
your
That's,
So
shoes
look,
off at my
y'all
house.
pull up to each other, you be like, yo, where my baby at or some shit like that?
Nah, he came to my crib, took his shoes off. I asked him how'd he get enough dirt on there to make them leather. Hey, listen. My wife has a question.
You gonna
What's
put on the mic
she said what's the best all-time starter verse?
in a rap?
From anybody?
Anybody.
Put that question on the
I already
screen.
know what Taz's gonna say.
Put that question on the screen.
Supreme neck protector. Yeah, that's what you think it is.
Nah, I'm definitely not thinking that.
We roam cellular phones.
It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it
too
might be Inspector Deck.
it's too
Born a
many
time
of them for you to pick
Socrates,
one though. You
hypotheses.
got to narrow it down to like a group or something. You can't just
My
say
wife
from
said that
everybody.
too.
Look, Obama, atomically, Socrates,
Yeah,
Hippocrates, get the fine Hippocrates. Yeah,
Inspector
She
Deck.
thinks
No
she a
doubt.
real hip hop
yeah,
head.
that's
Yeah,
it.
Yeah,
I would
I
say
could
that.
start a bunch. I could start a bunch of them though. Shit, I want a palace with my thugs with Oriental rugs. You know what I'm saying? The
Mm.
motherfucking Styles P shit.
And
That
this
was
nigga tried to
classic.
say earlier that Styles wasn't nice. Come on, man. Your man
Oh
just said
man,
it's Styles verse.
oh man, come on, man. Styles P, the
Come
Mr.
on.
Invincible album.
So listen,
Niggas sleeping on him,
I'm
bro.
about to give y'all
But
the
but
all-time
actually,
best verse starter.
that verse didn't start the song. So are
No,
you
it didn't
talking
start the song.
about a verse that
You're right. You're
starts
right.
the song, or just the
Yeah, it's gotta
opening
start. It's
lines
gotta
of a
start it.
verse?
It's gotta start it. It's gotta start it. It's gotta start.
Yeah. So you got to
First
go with
off, bitch, and the click you claim.
She say first off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim.
that's one.
That's
Oh
three.
yeah, definitely,
How about
definitely.
this?
Motherfuckers can't take
They
out
call me
one,
baby Jesus
two,
because lately
three
hoes
into
been
the
praising
four. I
me.
guess that's one.
You
The
ain't
way
no
we
friend of
can see
mine.
me
You ain't
later.
no you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't no kin of mine. So what you think that I
I know
will
you
walk
didn't put a
on you?
50 Cent
Nah,
joint
why
in.
not?
Oh yeah, that nigga crazy.
Come on,
Do that again.
I've been watching 50 as boy. He likes 50. He fuck with 50, bro.
50. Man, I just had one too. Mm, 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 mm.
My brain going off into my own shit. I'm trying to think of some popular shit.
I used to have bad luck. Now you might see me in a jag truck, mad stuck, either with a dime or a bad duck. Double RT with the matching bandana. 38 snub blue steel with no hammer. What? And I see your niggas try to glance at the kiss.
I got one. I got one
Around
you will
with the
like.
whole advance on my wrist. Boning your women, drunk off
Is
coronas
that
and leather.
Mace?
Yeah, that was kiss, man.
Hmm. When I
Regardless of
met
rain
you,
and
I
snow.
admit my first thought was the trick.
No.
You look so good.
Oh, hell no, bro.
Repeating that
Oh,
one.
y'all don't like
Yeah,
Biggie now.
yeah.
Now y'all don't like Biggie.
I never liked that one.
Armed and dangerous. Ain't too many can't bang with us. Straight up, we know Angel does. Label us notorious.
What
Hug us
about
niggas that other
what
bus.
about
Yeah, I mean that's one. That's definitely one. That might be top 5.
don't you know I
Biggie.
don't go with niggas that are kidnap kids?
That was gonna start a
None of them is started. He just
You don't
throwing
like
shit out there on some
y'all don't
asshole
like
shit.
that one? That's a Biggie verse. Never mind.
Yeah, everybody know that's a Biggie verse, nigga. Never liked that shit either.
Something, something over the bridge. That's how it is.
Yeah, here we go,
No, no,
man.
I'm gonna give you the real big Biggie verse that I really fuck with though. Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the
yeah,
morning,
good
crack
one.
of dawning. Now I'm yawning, wiping the cold out my eyes. See who's this paging me and why?
You didn't say
It's my
white
nigga
thing the
Pop
code, you
from
said
the
white
barbershop.
the
Told
code.
me he was at the game last night. Heard the air fly. That might be one of the coldest.
Now, you better not fuck up no Biggie verse, nigga. He was mad about that shit. He said wiped the cold. White, not white. White, nigga. Just
I
white.
said wipe the cold from my eye.
Yeah. You put an ED on it. That wasn't on there. That's what Jack said.
Yeah, you got me
Jack,
really
did
thinking
you know
about
Biggie Jack?
nah.
You ever be like in the same
Live the
building he
life
was in
I
before?
live. Why I see all my verses is gonna be Jada Kiss or Locks version, honestly, because
So
them
that's your
niggas,
favorite group.
the way that they started songs, I'm thinking about the Dope Money verse.
I
Damn.
thought Mob Deep was the best. You ain't got no Mob Deep ones?
So all my killers and my $100. Damn.
No, you know what you gotta use.
What?
Come on, Rocky in your face, stab your brain with your nose bone. Start it off.
But that's not.
I don't like that one.
Silk ones?
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, I don't like that as a start of it. That's the greatest rap song of all time. I don't think I like that
That
as
is
a
not
start
the
of it.
great. That is not the greatest rap song of all time.
Shook
Chad,
ones,
you let
shook
him
I
say
ones.
think
that?
I think all of them had it better with the Triumph. That's a better all time song than Shook
You
one than
think
the one he
Triumph
just
is
said.
better than fucking shook ones?
Fuck yeah.
No. Are
You
you
you think
crazy?
you can go overseas and play Shook ones and the
My
motherfucking
nigga,
stadiums is gonna go crazy.
if you play,
You can go anywhere and
to all
play
my killers on my
Triumph.
nigga, if you play that shit anywhere in the world, niggas know what the fuck that is. They don't know Triumph everywhere.
You you think that
Come
Mob
on,
Deep
man.
is a bigger group than Wu Tang, my nigga?
Macy, man.
You really think that Mob Deep
I,
is a bigger group than Wu Tang, bro?
I think it's an unfair comparison because it's like 15 niggas versus two. But I think that Shook Ones is definitely, if not the most important or most notable rap song of all time, is definitely in the top five and is not five.
I mean, I would say that Outkast is almost as big as a group as Wu Tang, and they only got two people.
Name
They
me
only got two people.
four more records that's more important than Shook One or more notable or recognizable in hip hop.
Okay. Well, oh, you said one. Motherfucker, Mama said knock you out by Cool J.
I'm from Queens, and that is not more recognizable than fucking Shook Ones. Next,
Oh, to you, because you a young nigga though. You a
yo,
young nigga.
I'm from Queens,
Motherfucker,
my nigga.
walk this
Mama
way by
said knock you
motherfucking
out is not more
walk this way
recognizable than
by
Shook
LL
Ones,
Cool
my
J.
nigga.
Walk this way by motherfucking Run DMC.
That is not more recognizable than Shook Ones.
Oh
Juicy,
my, you don't know what type of shit made
juicy.
history then. Them songs made history,
Juicy,
my nigga. But okay,
that's
Listen, in
again,
his mind, Jack, in
that's
your
something.
mind, you're a little delusional. Shook Ones
Juicy,
ain't that big of
juicy,
a song, dog.
juicy. That's
it's
something
not.
in the conversation because
Shook Ones
when they hear
if you go
when they
to
hear
LA, niggas don't know Shook Ones.
you're a fucking
It's
idiot.
not.
Ain't no niggas in LA fucking with
I'm
Shook
about,
Ones.
we about to end. I'm about to end this shit abruptly because y'all niggas is bugging. Y'all niggas,
Oh wow.
I can't wait. Dub finna call me back and I'm finna answer the phone asking
y'all niggas is
how many times you listen to Shook Ones out there in LA. He gonna say once and never again.
my nigga. Shook Ones, well, at least, and I don't know about. Well, I don't. Well, definitely not in Atlanta, but I know I've heard Shook Ones. Well,
Let me look in the
definitely in
comments
New
because I
York,
know
Shook
niggas.
Ones is played at every party in New York. Any party, any club night that you go to, unless it's like a Caribbean club, a Caribbean, a specific like a rave or something like. And I think I've even heard Shook Ones in a motherfucking rave. Crazy,
Was what?
a rave, Shook Ones.
All right, well, we see that type of shit, then we gotta go to shit like ain't nothing but a G thing. You know what I'm saying?
How about
Very popular
regulators?
record.
That,
How
that's
about
getting played.
regulators?
Regulators, that's getting played everywhere. That's definitely getting
Regulators
played.
is way bigger than that.
It's definitely
Regular,
getting
And
played
go DJ.
Regulator
everywhere.
was a big record,
And this
but
DJ B Warren G. That too, them too. Both
but
of them
this is what
songs.
I'm saying to you. Nah, see now
You see,
you
that
glazing
record
Warren G right now. That's my
That's
bro.
so
You
you
glazing now
but
because
that's a fact, though. That's one of the biggest records of all time,
listen,
though. That
the
gets to
thing
get played
is
everywhere.
with Shook Ones when you hit word up,
Shook
son,
Ones is
you
bigger than
know what
regulators.
song it is. You don't have to think about it. You instantaneously know what song that is.
Everybody don't know that song
These
though.
other songs you talking about, you got to get 15, 20 seconds into the
Jack,
song to be like, all right, cool. Yeah, I know what that is.
if I
Like
go get some
Juicy,
kids,
this
if I
album's
go get some
dedicated.
kids
Like when
right
you
now, they
start
don't know.
hearing the chords, you know Juicy.
Ain't no
That's
kids heard Shook
recognizable.
Ones, nigga. That's for old niggas. Ain't no kids heard Shook Ones. None.
Niggas is crazy.
Man, if you talk to these
Shook
young
Ones is
niggas,
the
they
best
wouldn't they
song, but
wouldn't
it ain't
believe
the
none of
best
the shit
song
we
all
saying
time,
right
man.
now.
Damn.
Y'all niggas is crazy. Y'all niggas is
Drake
wild.
got 10 songs better than Shook Ones, but we ain't gonna go there because I'm a Drake fan.
Okay, the next one. Good, good, good. Let me go talk some shit to Matt.
Look at him. Look. Hey, hey, where we at? What time is it? Oh yeah, it's about that time.
All right, so we're gonna drop some jewels or what we gonna do? I gotta get my milk and cookies and all that.
You say you got all you need. You got to go get you some warm milk.
Yeah.
That shit still make you sleepy.
Just a tad bit. I went to Trader Joe's and got me some JoJo's, so I gotta,
Well, listen, I was talking to one of my homies about moving back here and being a responsible dad to the kids that he has here. I ain't gonna put his name out there, but moral of the story is, man, ain't shit out there going on in life more important than having your kids and being with your family. Y'all niggas gonna soon find out these people that you hanging with don't really fuck with you. They not gonna write you. They, you know what I mean?
Why you putting Melvin Broadneck's business out there like that, man? I'm telling that nigga, you fucked up for that, man. That ain't good, man. He
I
gonna
don't
watch
even
this.
know him. I don't even know that
He gonna
person.
watch. He gonna watch this, bro. I just
The
thought
moral of the story is be a dad, be a
Just fucking with
father,
you.
be a dad and a father.
Be a
I
dad.
know who you talking about though. You know that ain't the person, but I know who you talking about. That's important, bro.
Be a
Yeah,
dad, not a dick, or don't be a dick, be a dad.
that's you can do it that way too. You can do it that way too.
Everybody can be a
The kids
father,
is
but
important. Man. Take care of them, man.
everybody can be a father, but everybody can't be a dad, bro.
While I'm saying this, at least one of my kids clicked this podcast. Like, nigga, you don't even call me. So I'll be doing the same shit y'all be doing, just ignoring them little motherfuckers. But at least get 2 or 3 of them and take care of them. Fuck it.
Why would you lie?
I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking shit.
And whatever you do, don't be like Travis Hunter.
Oh wow! Oh, you want to slide that in?
I want to talk about that on Saturday because I want to get a couple of females on the panel and talk about that simp shit.
He autistic, ain't he?
I don't know what he is.
I think he yag.
What?
I think he yag.
I don't know what that means.
Why?
So he using her as a beard.
She's the beard. She a fucking goatee.
Did you see how he walked up to that? They showed him walking up to one of a football player who was practicing. I thought it was Glorilla's cousin or with her or something, but the way he was moving up there, he was boneless. That's all I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. So just ending the show, who do you think is more yaggier, him or Cat?
Cat. You ever heard his voice when they play his voice?
I gotta see how many points he had tonight, though.
Odell Beckham.
Oh shit. Odell Beckham, that little clip with him and yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, y'all, thanks for joining us. Y'all make sure, man, we coming on Thursdays between 8 and 9.
Sometime.
To join us. We had Taz Nato on here. Good looking for coming up.
Till next time, for sure. Thanks for having me.
That big eye on your wall back there, that shit is real tantalizing.
He in the witchcraft. He in the witchcraft.
I ain't gonna get into all of that. You feel me? Why would I be? I will not be like a wizard or a warlock or something. This nigga said I'm
warlock. He a warlock.
You a Dungeons and Dragons ass nigga?
None of that shit, nigga. What the fuck?
All right.
All right, we're gonna get the replays up and let's we'll
all right, man. Until next time, man. Until next time, man.
Yeah.
Shovak Bokara.
What?